Hi, welcome to my channel, Jackie's Blueprint for Beauty. If you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. Okay, Canvas dolls, so I've prepped my eyebrows off camera with the Maybelline Eyestudio in the color Brown Brun, and now I am going in with my Pond's Dry Skin Cream Facial Moisturizer. This is very rich in hydration, and I'm using a little bit more than I normally use, but I wanted to make sure that my skin was nice and moisturized for this look. Now I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. And what you should see when this is over, after I'm applying it with that wonderful Eco tool, is a nice frost on the face. That's kind of what it should resemble, just a little bit. And what that Poreless Putty does, it makes sure that the makeup stays on. It's a wonderful primer. Very similar to the Tatcha's Silk Canvas. But we'll get into all of those brands, all of them. As you can see, I'm going under the eye. And now I am going to use the Loreal Infallible. And that is in the number 400. And it is a full wear. And that coverage is a wonderful, wonderful concealer. I'm taking a flat brush and I am pulling that concealer down to the eyelid. And now I'm putting that all over my eyelid. Making sure that I get into every crease of the eyelid. And this dries wonderfully. It's a really nice look once it is on and you buff it out. I will be using my Sonia Kashuk concealer brush, and it has a wonderful angle to it, and that angle helps buff it out and give it that nice solid look. Now I'm going to go in and use a nice sponge that buffs it even more. And to be honest, I truly believe I bought this sponge at my local Ross. So it had a flat side on it and I really liked it a lot. So I'm using my palette from Walmart. Believe it or not, Walmart have some really wonderful eyeshadow palettes, and I was able to pick up a few from ColorStory, and the one that I'm using now is the Mirage. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful colors. The three colors that I am going with for this look is the coral, and it's showing up very light, but it's a beautiful color. And it's not the coral that you would think. It does have more of a deeper tan to it, but it's beautiful. I've also used the Bora Bora and the Sapphire Sky, and those are the blues that you will see. The blues that you will see in this look. So stop by and pick up a Mirage, and it's very, very pressed pigment, especially when it comes to the deeper colors. That coral color is a soft color. I'm liking that. So I'm going in with a flat brush to pick up some of the pigmented color now. And that way I'm going to place that on the center lid. And this is where all the fun begins. It's when that color starts to pop. And that is your Bora Bora color from the same palette. And I've taken a smaller crease, very tiny crease brush to just kind of get in the corners so that I can have a very fine line, just a very fine line right there. And I'm such a creature of habit. When I do one eye, I turn around and I do the other eye as well. And as you can see, I'm gently following that little thin line, because sometimes blues can be so bold and so strong, and I didn't want it to be so strong. I wanted you to see that you can wear blue. Blue eyeshadow is back. All colors are. And you can kind of mix these blues and get you a very sultry look or a very fun look. And that's what I wanted to achieve here. So I'm going back in, if you notice, the brush, and just to kind of darken that up just a little bit using the Sapphire Sky. And that's a little bit darker. I'm doing my waterline right now, and that is just in the color black, and it's a black eyeliner pencil. And I'm going right under that with a flat brush, and that brush is to pick up some of that Sapphire Sky and put it under my waterline to just give me a blue all the way around, And you will see more of this look whenever I give you that wonderful eyeshadow look. And I'll do a tutorial so that you can see this a lot better. Okay, Canvas dolls, there's an eye tutorial out there for you, and what I'm doing now is putting setting powder right there on that brow bone, and so that makes sure that it gives it a nice hold there. I'm going in now with my foundation. The foundation that I've gone for with this is two. It's almost like a 2-in-1 sometimes. I like to mix my foundation. I've used the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and it is a full coverage, as you can see, absolutely full coverage. And I've also used a brand called Cargo, and these are two that I decided to mix together to see what would happen with this look. And let me tell you, it looked like it's a lot, but it's actually kind of light on my face, and I love the way that it feels. So the two work very well together. I'll do a look with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop full coverage without the Cargo foundation. And so I'm trying not to pull underneath the eyes, and so that way it doesn't give you any baggage or any type of wrinkles once you're done with the foundation, once you put it all together and mold it all together. I am using that wonderful Sonia Kashuk blending sponge. It is beautiful. It feels wonderful on your face. It is very soft to your skin, and it buffs your foundation out like nobody's business. I absolutely love it. And this is a wet Sonia Kashuk blending beauty sponge. What I'm doing now is I am going in with my NYX bronzer, and I am just giving you a nice simple contour, not giving you too much, but just a little. And if you notice, I'm going under that cheekbone. So if you feel where your cheeks are, that's where you go under. So if you just take your time, and if you notice, I'm dabbing and I'm not going straight down smearing the foundation. You dab and not smear. So that's exactly what I've done. And I'm under that cheekbone. Giving you definition. How do you like it so far, Canvas dolls? How's it looking? Awesome. I like to hear that. And so now I'm going across the forehead, and I'm just making sure that I just give it a little bit of a bronzer there underneath my jawline. Not too much. It's not the type of look I want to give for this, but just underneath, right below the earlobe and right under for that chin area. So you notice how I've slowed it down so you can see that. Then I'm going to take that Infallible concealer again and just draw me a line there. Not heavy, not at all. And then I'm going to buff it right on out using the back side, the bottom of that buffer. That just felt better for me. And you notice that highlight now? Do you see how that's standing out? Okay, it's coming together. Look at that. I'm loving it. How about you? I agree. I think it's beautiful. Now I'm going in and I want to contour the nose just a little bit. And you notice I went on the very tip and then I stopped. Right there on the bridge, and I stopped. And so I'm going in a little bit darker using a concealer brush. And I will also use a creasing brush as well, just a little bit. And what I'm using is that same bronzer that I use to highlight. So I'm going along each side. Now I'm buffing out the bridge. Now, can you see a difference? A little goes a long way. Taking that concealer brush, and I am just working that bronzer all the way down. Watch this. See that? Not too much, just a little. Just to give my nose a different definition. I'm liking it. And if you like what you're seeing now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can see more of these looks. Give me some comments. Tell me what you want to see. So now that is me putting on some baking powder. Oh, absolutely. You know you have to bake under the eyes. That's exactly what we call it. Just put a little bit on there. It's a banana color and it's with Black Radiance. That is the brand. Very inexpensive. And I just went right ahead and just buffed it right on out immediately. So I'm just taking my powder and just going over the face just to give that foundation more of a semi-matte look. And I am using Black Radiance. And that's in a golden almond. And don't worry, I am not wiping off that bronzer. As you can see, I'm just powdering up, going under the neck. It's very important to lightly go under your neck, down by your earlobes, so that the color of your foundation in your neck kind of blends in together. Always remember to do that. I'm taking a highlight now, and this is a palette that I have by Paris Hilton, and I'm using that palette to give me a highlight. Now, I put my blush on, which I'm getting ready to do now, afterwards. Sometimes you can put it on before. For me, I just didn't want a bold highlight there, so I kind of put the blush in between. And that is in the color by a brand named Lottie, and it is a very bold pink. Very beautiful color. Notice I'm just kind of putting some on the little cherries of the cheek, so it could stand out just a little bit. That angle, you don't want to wipe hard. You just want to dab a little bit to add color, and you can still see my highlight. So there's different ways that you could do this. You can put on your blush first and then your highlight, but I chose to put on my highlight first because I didn't want it to overdo it, and if I did, at least I could correct it a little bit using my blush brush. And this is a cheek brush from Mary Kay. And my powder again. Now I'm going to continue with my eyeliner. And I'm going in and I'm going to do a light feather. The eyeliner that you see me using, that's actually the only one that I use for this look. I wanted to go with the other one as well, but my eyes began to tear up. And we'll talk a little bit about having allergies and wearing makeup and what you can do to keep your eyes from running so much when you add makeup, because some people do have sensitive eyes. But for this look, I decided to hurry along and put the eyeliner on and finish the look up for you, so I could tell that my allergies were flaring up. But I think the look turned out very nice. Very nice for you, my canvas dolls. And I'll also give you a look for eyeliner. You may like the pencil, you may like the liquid, you may like it thinner, you may like it a little thicker. I always start in the middle instead of in the inner corner by the nose of the eyeliner. It's just better for me to start a little bit in the center and begin to start winging that eye out, and then going back toward the center, and I'm sorry, to go back in the inner near the nose to correct everything. Okay, so it's drying a little bit, and I want to come back and give you the look. Broadway. It is a beauty supply store brand, and it is in the number 19 3D. I have already used these lashes before, and I'm just going to reapply them for this look. I am using the Duo Glue, and it does have a wand. I like the clear, even though I'm wearing black eyeliner. I just put a little. And I use my fingertips to apply my eyelashes. I've been doing them for so long, for decades. And so it's just very simple for me to open my eye and put them on, okay? So, and I just place them there, and it's on. Okay, I will press that one in just a moment. I'm just letting it get a little tacky. I go light first to give it a base, and I put some on the tips first, because that's where you want to conceal first, and that's just my method. Like I said, I've been doing this for many years. And as I'm holding this one, I will go ahead and press this one in. And I do the weighting method for me because my eyes do water. And I just keep my eyes open, and then I'll just place it on like so, right in there. And that's it. They're on. Now I'm going to apply some lip liner. Okay, so I will apply this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I have my lipstick and lip gloss on. And it is a Beauty Store Supply lipstick. And the hair is also a Beauty Supply look by Sensational. I hope you enjoyed watching my channel. Please make sure that you ring that bell for notifications, and also please like, comment, and subscribe.